Hello students, welcome to OMSAS Academy. In this session, we are going to learn class 9th Maths chapter 2 Polynomials part 2 0 of a polynomial, finding value of a polynomial and solutions of NCERT textbook examples. Hello friends, welcome to OMSAS Academy. Today we are going to learn about a new topic, that is a zero of a polynomial. We have already discussed part 1, so let us carry with part 2. Now friends, what is zero of a polynomial? Let us define first what is zero of a polynomial. Any guess? Yes? Zero of a polynomial is a value of a variable which, when substituted in a polynomial, we get an answer 0, then that value is called as a zero of a polynomial. So it is nothing but a value of a variable which, when substituted in a polynomial, we get answer 0, then that value of variable, that value which we substituted in the variable, that value of variable is called 0 of a polynomial. Say for example, there is a polynomial px is equal to 2x plus 4. This is a polynomial. Which type of polynomial it is? A linear polynomial. Why? Because it has a degree 1. So now when we substitute some value over here, which is the variable in this polynomial? Variable is x. So if we substitute the value 2 in this polynomial, instead of x we put the value 2. So p of x, instead of p of x we take as p of 2. So substituting this value 2 in this polynomial, we'll get answer what? 4 plus 4, that is 8. So which is not equal to 0. So in this case, this 2 is not a zero of a polynomial, of an above polynomial, right? But friends, in this case, instead of this, if we change the polynomial, p of x is equal to 2x minus 4, and if we have put the same value in this, p of 2 equals to 2 into 2 minus 4, that is 4 minus 4. So answer we get is 0. Here we didn't get 0, but here we get 0. So we say that in this case 2 is a zero of a polynomial. Is it right, friends? Now in this case also, in the previous case, if I put the value instead of 2, I put the value minus 2, what it will be? Here instead of x it will be minus 2, and here it will become what? Minus 4. So minus 4 plus 4 will become 0. Then we can say in the previous case that not 2 but minus 2 is a zero of a above polynomial. So hope friends, what is a zero of a polynomial is very clear. Now let us do some illustrations. See the textbook and example 2, page number 30. In this, what is given as find the value of each of the following polynomials at the indicated value of variables. So we have to find the value of each of the following polynomial. Find the value of each of the polynomial at indicated value of variables. So in the first case, you are given polynomial p of x is equal to 5x square minus 3x plus 7 at x is equal to 1. So this is our polynomial, and we are given the value. Instead of x, what value we have to put? We have to put the value of 1 in the variable x. So let us find the value of the following polynomials. We are asked to find the value of polynomials. So here we substitute 1 instead of x. So what will be the value of polynomial? Instead of x square, it will become 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus 7. See friends, here instead of x I have taken 1 and x square becomes 1 square. Here also instead of x I have put 1. Now this will become 5 into, what is 1 square? 1 only. 3 into 1 plus 7. That is 5 minus 3 ones are 3 plus 7. So what is the value of this? 5 plus 7 is 12 minus 3. So answer is what? 9. So what is the value of the polynomial in this case? Value of the polynomial is 9 in this case. Now coming to the next sum. Illustration 2, sum number 2. Here polynomial q of y equals to 3y cube minus 4y plus root 11 at y equals to 2. So friends, here this is my polynomial, and what is the value of variable y? Here variable is y. In the previous case the variable was x. So variable can change. Now see, here I substitute value 2 instead of y. What I get? 3 into 2 cube minus 4 into 2 plus root 11. That is 3 into, what is 2 cube? 2 cube is 2 2s are 4 2s are 8 minus 4 into 2 plus root 11. That is 8 3s are 24 minus 4 2s are 8 plus root 11. What is 24 minus 8? 16 plus root 11. Now here both the terms are unlike, so we cannot go further. This is the final value of the polynomial. Is it correct, friends? Now we move to the third sum. Third sum is p of t equals to 4t raised to power 4 plus 5t cube minus t square plus 6 at t equals to 8. So this is my polynomial, friends, and what value I have to substitute? Instead of variable t I have to put a over here. So what we'll do is, instead of t we'll put a. So p of a equals to 4 into a raised to 4 plus 5 into a raised to cube minus a raised to square plus 6. So it will become 4a raised to power 4 plus 5a raised to power cube minus a square plus 6. Now here there is no other like terms which we can add or subtract. This term is having power 4, this term is having power 3, this is having power 2, and this is a constant. So we cannot add. This is my final answer. Is it clear, friends? Now let us come to illustration number 3. Example 3, textbook, page number 33. Example 3 says, check whether minus 2 and 2 are zeros of a polynomial. Which polynomial? X plus 2. So you have to check whether these two values of variable are zeros of a polynomial. Which polynomial? This is the polynomial x plus 2. So first of all I write my polynomial p of x is equal to what? X plus 2. And I have to check these two whether they are zeros or not. So simply I have to put the value in this variable x as minus 2 and 2. If I get the answer 0, then it is a 0 of a polynomial. And if I don't get the answer 0, then it is not a 0 of a polynomial. So let us do this. First of all, we substitute value minus 2. That will be minus 2 plus 2. That is minus 2 plus 2. Both will cancel. Answer is 0. So therefore, yes, minus 2 is a 0 of a polynomial. Then another one, instead of p of x, what I'll do is I'll put the value 2. So it will become 2 plus 2. Answer will be 4. It is not equal to 0. So therefore 2 is not a 0 of a polynomial. So is it clear, friends? If I get the value 0, if I substitute the value in the polynomial and I get the value 0, then it is a 0 of a polynomial. And if I substitute the value in this polynomial and if I don't get answer 0, then it is not a 0 of a polynomial. So hope it is clear, friends. Now moving to the next part. Example number 4. Find the 0 of a polynomial p of x is equal to 2x plus 1. So here we are given the polynomial and we are asked to find the 0 of a polynomial. So friends, this is a new thing. How will find the 0 of a polynomial? So first of all, let us check which type of polynomial it is. 2x plus 1. This is which type of polynomial? It is a linear polynomial. So it is very easy to find a 0 in any linear polynomial. Simply what we have to do is, we have to put this 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So what value will get? 2x plus 1 equals to 0. If you take this one to the right side, then we'll get 2x equals to, this plus 1 will become minus. So it will be minus 1. And therefore here 2 is multiplied with x. If I take 2 to the next side, it will get divided. So x is minus 1 upon 2. So what is the 0 of a polynomial? The value of x which I got is a 0 of a polynomial. Therefore minus 1 upon 2 is a 0 of above linear polynomial. That is above polynomial. Which polynomial? 2x plus 1. Is it clear? Now friends, from this we get a very clear cut idea that whenever there is a linear polynomial, we can directly assume what can be the 0. See, example, how to assume directly 0 of a polynomial? How to assume directly 0 of a polynomial from linear polynomial, not in all polynomials, but linear polynomials. Say for example, if there is a polynomial x minus 2, x minus 2. So what can be the 0 of this polynomial? We can directly put this negative will become positive. So what can be the 0 of a polynomial? X minus 2 equals to 0. So x will be, this minus 2 will get this side, so it will be 2. So directly we can write 2 is a 0 of a polynomial. And suppose there is x plus 5. So what can be the 0? If plus 5 will get this side, it will become minus 5. So I can write minus 5 is a 0 of this linear polynomial. Then similarly, if I get 2x minus 3. So first of all I take minus 3 to that side, it will become 3. And 2 is multiplied, so it will go to that side, then it will get divided. So what can be the 0 of a polynomial in this case? 3 upon 2. Is it clear? This I am doing it in my mind. So suppose if you are asked 4x minus 5, what can be the directly 0 of a polynomial of this linear? See, all these are linear polynomial because all have power 1, degree 1. Is it clear? So what can be the 0 of this polynomial? Minus 5 will get that side, then it will become plus. Then 4 is multiplied, so it will get divided. So 5 upon 4 is the 0 of a polynomial. Suppose say 2x plus 5. So instead of this, plus 5 will get that side, then it will become minus, and 2 is multiplied, it will be get divided. So minus 5 upon 2 will be the 0 of this polynomial. So this is how we find directly the 0 of a polynomials. So hope it is clear, friends. Now coming to example 5, we are asked to verify or check whether 2 and 0 are the zeros of a polynomial, which is the polynomial x square minus 2x. This is the polynomial. This is my polynomial. So in this polynomial I have to verify whether these two are zeros. So firstly, understand which type of polynomial it is. It is a quadratic polynomial. Why quadratic? Because it has a power 2. So how can I verify whether these two are zeros of a polynomial? Simply, we have learned the rule. We have to put this value in the place of x, and if I get the answer 0, then it is a 0 of a polynomial. If I don't get the answer 0, it is not a 0 of a polynomial. So let us start. So first is p of 2. I substitute 2 instead of x. So it will be 2 square minus 2 into 2. So what is 2 square? 4. Minus 2 into 2 is 4. So answer is 0. Here by substituting 2 in this polynomial I get answer 0. Therefore 2 is a 0 of above polynomial. Is it clear, friends? Putting the another value. First is verified. That first one is the 0 of a polynomial. Now we are checking the second one. Second one is what? 0. So instead of x, we substitute the value 0 in this polynomial. We get 0 square into 2 into 0. What is 0 square? 0 square is 0 minus 0. Answer will be 0. So here also we get answer 0 by substituting 0 in place of variable x. So therefore 0 is a 0 of above polynomial. So hope this is clear, friends. Now in the next video we will discuss about the exercise 2.2. Thank you, friends.
Thank you, students, for watching this video. To view our more videos, please don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you can view our latest updated videos. You can write to us in the below given comment box. Also like and share this video to your friend circles so that we can make value additions to more and more students. Thank you.